growing up wasn't easy, but obviously when I was a kid, I loved football. I loved watching the Premier League, my friends as well. But now it's amazing that I'm playing in the Premier League. It's like living a dream.
Enock, first things first, how are you?
I'm doing great.
And how happy are you with Brighton's start to the season?
Yeah, I'm really happy. Really excited, obviously, to be a Brighton player. It's it's a privilege, and I'm really grateful that I got this opportunity. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
It was a great win against Manchester United. Did you feel like you maybe deserved a bit more from that Newcastle game?
Yeah, I think we deserved to win even the Newcastle game. I think we had a very good pre-season. We were really ready for this season, and I think we played well against Manchester United, and we deserved to win. Obviously, even the Newcastle game, we had created so many chances, and yeah, I think we were unfortunate that we got a point, but I think we deserved to win.
I know there were ups and downs for you, your first Premier League season. How would you reflect on last season on an individual level?
Wow, I think last season was really tough for me. Obviously, ups and downs. Yeah, but for me, I'm a positive guy. I know my qualities, and I knew that it won't be easy. It's been the first season for me, but I stayed strong. I stayed positive, even when I had so many injuries, and just tried to come back really fit and strong and try to help the team. And obviously, I did what I can do, showed the fans that they have a good player, regardlessly of the injuries here and there, but they still have to know that I'm still a good player. So hopefully that I can pick up everything and have a great season this year.
So that's now, but let's go back to the very beginning, growing up in Zambia. I think your dad worked in copper.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Yeah, growing up was wasn't easy, but obviously when I was a kid, I loved football and school. So obviously when I was young, we used to the coach used to train us with quite a lot of friends of mine, and they used to make a lot of tournaments for us just to be exposed more. So for me, when growing up, football was just like to enjoy it and just to play. I wasn't that like, oh, this is what I want to do or something. It was just something I loved. And of course, my dad loved football. He was a minor by then, so he supported me there in my game. He used to buy me football shoes. But my mom was always against. She wanted always me to go to school, but my dad pushed me a lot in football. So I think it wasn't easy, but tried to do my very best just to enjoy football, and that's how the journey started, really.
You said you loved school, your mum wanted you to study, your dad wanted you to play football. Did you find it hard to get that balance right when you were growing up?
It was difficult. It was difficult to find the balance, but I always tried to sneak in, especially when I go to school. I would love, I used to like carry a ball in my bag so that my mum can't know that I used to play football outside. Yeah, when I'm back home, I'm really just at home so that she knows that I don't play. But yeah, it was really difficult, but when you love something, you always try to make the best out of it. So I think I utilized that chance as well. Did
you watch a lot of football as well when you were growing up? Were you watching Premier League matches when you should have been doing your homework?
Yes, yeah, of course, definitely. Premier League, I still watching Premier League, yeah, when I was just a kid. I remember in school, sometimes when they are, because obviously in Zambia, they just show a few games, but they used to show highlights of the Premier League, like all games. So when you are in school, the time to knock off, we were knocking off like at 1 p.m. for instance, and that's the time the Premier League highlights would start. Perfect. It was perfect, but so we would just knock off from school and straight away run until home and just watch the Premier League highlights. So it was interesting. I loved watching the Premier League, my friends as well. So yeah, but now it's amazing that I'm playing in the Premier League. It's like living a dream.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
Who were your idols when you were running home to watch those Premier League highlights? Which players in particular did you love watching?
I was a Liverpool fan. My friends was Chelsea, and the other one was Manchester United. So we used to really all the time, quite, oh, Liverpool is the best, Chelsea is the best, Manchester is the best. Obviously, for me, Steven Gerrard was one of my best players at Liverpool. So he's the one I followed much and looked forward to watch the Liverpool games. Yeah, but it was more about my friends as well. Like, would still debate a lot on, you know, so it was more entertaining because I wanted Liverpool to win more so that I can be, so that I can beat my friends on that, you know. So it was really interesting between ourselves there.
I've heard you speak about Yaya Toure as well. Has he been an inspiration to you?
So obviously when growing up, I used to, like watch a lot of Liverpool games. But then when I was probably 17, 18, somewhere there, that's when people started liking me to Yaya Toure because of my height and how I used to play. So people used to tell me you should be watching a lot of Yaya Toure game and try to learn from him. And yeah, from there, that's when I started watching a lot of clips from him, games from him, and I just loved him, loved how he used to play, his pace, his quality on and off the ball was marvelous. So looking at my quality as well, it was kind of similar to Yaya Toure. So that's why I liked him, and he has really inspired me a lot also to be where I am today.
So people were comparing you to Yaya Toure. Do you remember any specific moments when people sort of noticed you and said, wait, hold on a second, this kid is special?
Yeah, I think in Zambia when I was still young, that's when I was really good. Like really good, I would say. They called me sorts of names, genius.
That's a good nickname.
Yeah, computer obviously.
Computer, yeah.
Computer. Because I was like so good, and people would see the difference in me and with the other kids.
Your same age, I guess.
Same age, yeah. But they would see the difference. They would see that this boy is he's got talent and
intelligence, I guess.
And yeah, exactly. And I think he'll be one of the best players in Zambia. So they still text me and try to remind me, like, we see what we used to tell you about this boy and see where he is now. So it's amazing to see such kind of things, and obviously trying to just inspire a lot of kids again back home. It's something that I'm grateful for. Can
you tell us a bit about the Airtel's Rising Stars program and how that has shaped the player that you've become?
Actually, that's where I was identified. Obviously, the coach who used to train us in the academy, he took us to the same Airtel Rising Stars for trials, and gratefully I was outstanding there, so they picked me, and then from there we played like inter-districts or province, I would say, from different provinces, and from there they selected some of the good players, and then they formed the under-17 national team. So I was glad that I was picked, and then we went to the tournament. Was in Niger, so we came runners up. We lost the final. So I think that's where I realized that this is where my dream starts, because I felt the pain when we lost our final. Obviously, winning it would have been a great deal, but that's where I think I realized my dreams are now. I want to pursue my career rather than go to school. You met
Patton Daka, didn't you, at the time? Was he a roommate? Was he immediately a good friend?
Actually, Patton Daka was even our captain, but by then I didn't know him because he came from a different province. But then when we started staying together, training together, that's when I started knowing him more. And yeah, he wasn't my roommate, but I think after all that journey, we knew each other even more. And he started going for trials when he was even young. So he was like an inspiration to us, because we see a friend of ours going for trials, he comes back, and you always you get inspired from that, you know.
You're thinking, I could do that too.
Yeah,
I can get there too. Yeah,
exactly. So it was like a role model as well to me, specific, you know. Even if he was my age mate, but I was like, I want to be like him as well, you know. So I learned a lot from him, and yeah, I think that's where our friendship started, and here we are today in the Premier League.
And that group of young, talented Zambians won the AFCON Under-20 tournament, home tournament. Was that sort of your first taste of success, and did that motivate you to want to go out and win more?
We stayed together as a group from the Rising Stars, and then until the COSAF and then the Africa Cup. So we are like a group of boys who were together, so we understood each other, we used to play. And it was just easy on the pitch to play, and it was fun beating others. So
and representing your country as well.
And representing our country, yeah. So it was really something that we were proud of, and yeah, I think that's where everything now started.
Because that was in March 2017, then you signed for Salzburg.
Yeah.
In June, so not long after that, because I think you were noticed in that tournament. What did that move feel like, moving to Europe? Was that another dream come true? Yeah,
it was. I think when I was signed by Salzburg, it was something that was special, and something that I've always dreamed about, coming to Europe. So I didn't even resist to the opportunity. Yeah, so it was really special for me, for my family, even for the people of Zambia who love football, who supported me throughout. So it was really a good time.
How quickly did you adapt to life in Europe? Was it a bit of a culture shock for you at first? I guess you had Patton there as well to help you.
I think in the first place it was difficult, because I went there when it was winter, so it was really cold. And I've never played football in snow or something like that, so it was really challenging and difficult. But having another friend like Patton on that side, I think it really helped me as well to settle quickly. But I've learned so many things in football when I was a kid. They told me football has got no weather. That's what they say. I remember when I was a kid, we used to even play when rain is falling, you know, but we used to play. And in Africa, when it's raining, it's really heavy.
Like Brighton.
No, this is
another
nothing.
level.
This is nothing. Yeah, so it's heavy raining, but we still used to play like that. So I think that mentality is what made me to settle quickly in Salzburg as well. And
with that move to Austria came your Champions League debut at Anfield.
Yeah.
You lost that game, but regardless of the result, how special was that night for you?
I say it's always God's plan, really, that I made my debut at Anfield. I've always dreamed playing there. And then you get a chance in the Champions League. It's a big game. Everyone is watching you. You know, it's much pressure. But I think I just pray to God that, let me just enjoy it. Let me just feel the atmosphere and just give my best. I think, regardlessly, I didn't care if we lose, if we win. I didn't care. All I wanted was just to play and enjoy the night. And I think in that moment, just lived my dream. Just lived my dream.
Still living the dream.
Still living my dream.
Now here in Brighton. Do you remember what it felt like when you got off the plane in England, having just signed for Brighton to play in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think it's a news that excited everyone back home. Myself, obviously, my family. It's even something that I'm still grateful for. It's not easy, really, coming from another country to the UK, especially playing in the Premier League. It's really not easy, but I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'll always want to give my best for this club, because they're the one who gave me this opportunity. And so for me, it's really one of the best moments, and I always remember this journey.
Why Brighton? What attracted you to Brighton?
I think Brighton is one of the high passing team we play football, we enjoy football, and obviously the gaffer is one of the best managers, I would say, in the Prem, and he loves to give us confidence and just to tell us to take responsibilities, give us that peace, you know, in the game. Say go and just enjoy and give your best, you know. So it's not like he's putting too much pressure on us, but just taking responsibilities, trying to give your best. So I felt that with my qualities, I think this is the right team for me. In the Prem, and yeah, took the opportunity, and that's why I chose Brighton.
Sounds like you have a great relationship with Graham Potter. Do you remember the first conversation you had with him when you arrived here? Do you remember what he said to you?
Yeah, he obviously said it's tough. Hope you're ready. Hope you're ready. Premier League is really tough. It's challenging. But you have to be ready for the task. But obviously in my mind I knew that, coach, I'm always ready.
Always born ready, as you said.
Ready,
and Patton moved to the Premier League a few weeks before you.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him before your move here? Did you discuss it with him at all?
Yeah, we did. We did our chat together, obviously. We knew that it's going to be tough for us, but it's going to be exciting at the same time. And I know coming to the Premier League is not just that we represent ourselves, we represent Zambia, you know. Not so many players in Zambia have come to the Premier League and did so many things in the Prem. So we say to ourselves that it's our opportunity now, it's our time that we can show many Zambians that we have talent, and we are capable to handle the pressure in the Premier League. So those are the kind of chats that we had, and yeah, we just prayed together and wished each other all the best, and yeah, told each other if we meet, we'll see what happens. But I told him that you're gonna lose.
Yeah, and you scored against Leicester, didn't you? Shortly after signing your first Brighton goal. Yeah. What was that moment like?
Yeah, I think coming on at half time, I think was a great game. We were obviously enjoying the game as well. So dominated the second half. I think that game we deserved to win second half, but I think that goal gave me more confidence. I think it was more special for the Zambian people because everyone was watching, and then missed a penalty, so it was a mixed.
We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah,
we'll focus on the goal.
On the goal, yeah.
And we'll focus on the goal you scored 3 days later as well, because that was Brighton's goal of the season, understandably so, against Liverpool.
I know.
Talk me through it.
Yeah, so like I said, I think the goal against Leicester gave me more confidence. I think Graham told me that I was supposed to start, and then he said, I think you play the second half, and then the plan is for you to start against Liverpool. I was like, thank God. that would be my game. Yeah, so I scored, and then going in the Liverpool game again, you know, Anfield. It's it's a stadium that, like I've said, it's always a stadium that I've always dreamed of playing for, and scoring that goal, I think it's still one of the special moments for me in the Prem. So, but I'm trying to get another one that would be special. Maybe
we want to see another one. We're waiting for it. On the bus, on the way there that day, were you watching videos of Yaya Toure, YouTube videos, and you decided you were going to score a goal like that?
So I think it's just obviously my routine, mostly when I'm going for games. I do watch clips of players, especially midfielders, because I always trying to learn a lot from them. So that day I was watching Yaya Toure clips, and yeah, most of the goals, most of the assists, most of the runs that he made, that's what I try always to learn and try to execute in the game. So yeah, in the bus I was watching him, and then this opportunity came for me. I see Soli with the ball, and then because Yaya Toure was really good at those areas where he just gets a ball and bang, he tries to curve it, you know. So those are the things that I always try to learn and try to execute in the game. So, and then I see Soli, and then bang, comes the ball to me, and then first time. And I saw Alisson was also not out of line, so it was like I'm shooting this one. And thank God.
Thank goodness you did.
Thank goodness I did, you know.
And a few months after that, in April, that great performance against Arsenal, assist and a goal as well, which you celebrated with the Arsenal fans. You run the wrong way.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was true. It was true. I think I was lost in the moment. Yeah, obviously.
Too many emotions.
Too many emotions. Yeah, I even forgot about it. But they were. Yeah, I think it was special. Looking back, the moment I think we lost like 6 games and then drew 1 game, so it was tough for the team. And obviously that game, the Arsenal game, we wanted to win it. So that's why when I scored that goal, I was lost in the moment and had to go just celebrate to the Arsenal fans. And yeah, I think it was special, not just for me, for the club, but I promise the fans that next time I'm making sure that I celebrate to them.
What a season it was for Brighton, though, last season, their highest ever finish. What are Brighton's aspirations this season? I've heard you say Champions League football is a possibility if you keep dreaming. Yeah,
of course. They say dreaming is not... they always allow dreaming. So, yeah, I think, like I always say, I'm a positive guy, and I always try to do something that people think is impossible to do, you know. Obviously, people think Brighton is it's a developing club, you know. Obviously, the aim is to be a top 10 club, but I've played Champions League before, and there are other players who have played Champions League before. I think it's just when we play as a group, as a team, and just have this belief, the mentality of winning. I think it's possible that we can play the Champions League this season. If Leicester won the league, so why not Brighton? So it's something that as players we have to always ask questions, and obviously it's how much the pressure we give to ourselves, but at the same time just to enjoy and just try to do what we can do on the beach. You
definitely dream big, don't you? You're clearly a dreamer. Would you say you've achieved all the things you dreamed about since you were a young boy, or as you achieve more and more, do you dream more and more?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a dreamer. When I was young, I always told my friends to always dream big, it became like a motto to me. Like every time, I always encourage my friends to dream big, aim high, you know. I think it's one of the things that has even made me where I am. So when I speak to my friends today back home, I always say, you see, when you dream big, when you aim high, you become great in life, you become successful. So obviously I've played at Anfield, scored a goal there, played the Champions League, played in the Premier League. Obviously these are dreams that I wanted, but I want to really obviously win the Premier League, win the Champions League, and that's when I would say I've achieved all my dreams. So still dreaming. What
is it like going back to Zambia now?
If it's game day, Zambia is playing, it's even one of the best days in my career as well, because you know you see a lot of people coming for the game. You know, some they even stay outside, not even like go inside the stadium to watch the game. But this all comes out because we are in the Prem, and people now are able to watch us play in the Prem. So
a lot of Brighton fans there, I guess.
Yeah, they are now Brighton fans.
Yeah.
Just because Brighton and Leicester fans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So because we're in the Prem and they're able to watch the games, so they want to come and watch this player who is playing in the Premier League. You know, cheer for me, cheer for Patton, obviously, and cheer for Zambia. So it's something really motivating to me as well.
And what would you say to those young boys that now obviously dreaming of one day getting to where you've got to?
Obviously football involves a lot of hard work, sacrifices, but first thing first is what you believe in. Do you believe in yourself that much that you can still achieve great things, you know, personally, before someone pushes you to do it? So if they obviously believe in themselves, if they dream big, if they aim high in whatever they do, they will definitely make it. So that's what I can tell them.
Enock, it's been a pleasure to speak to you. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Hope it's a great one for you and for Brighton as well.
Thank you so much for having me.